Michael Jordan's second repeat, decoded. The flu game was really the clue that nothing was going to stop the Chicago Bulls that season. Let's begin with the 96-97 Utah Jazz. They won a total of 64 games during the regular season. They faced off against the Chicago Bulls in the NBA Finals. This is why they won 64 regular season games. Greatest player equals 64. It's the Chicago Bulls that equals 64. The NBA's GOAT, as you know, plays for the Chicago Bulls. The Utah Jazz won a total of 13 games. They won a total of 77 games for the season. It's Book of Revelation that equals 77, and it was later revealed by Michael Jordan's trainer that he didn't have the flu. All that was exaggerated for scripted storyline purposes, that nothing was going to stop the invincible Michael Jordan in 1997. Because 1997 was a 26 year, and it's Jordan that has gematria of 26. So that flu was exaggerated. Michael Jordan very well may have had food poisoning instead. Food poisoning equals 77. The Jazz did not win any more games after the flu game. The flu game was Game 5 with the series tied 2-2. Michael Jordan and the Bulls won that game to take a 3-2 series lead. This flu game is why people consider Michael Jordan to be the greatest. And it's also Utah Jazz that has gematria of 32. They were down 2-3 to MJ. It's MJ that equals 23. The 1996-97 Jazz was their 23rd season in the NBA, and that was the first time they made the NBA Finals. They did so against Michael Jordan in their 23rd season. Going back to the flu game, it's GOAT of the NBA that equals 114. Michael Jordan's birthday is February the 17th. The amount of time from February the 17th to the flu game, June the 11th, was a time span of 114 days. This game is why many people think that Michael Jordan is the GOAT. The 1997 NBA Finals was the 51st edition of the NBA Finals. GOAT of the NBA equals 51. Michael Jordan comes back from the flu to win that NBA Finals. Michael equals 51. There were 50 prior NBA Finals before the Utah Jazz made it to the 51st edition of the NBA Finals. 50 prior NBA Finals. And the Jazz make it this time around. Likewise, it's stomach flu that equals 37. It was first reported to be a flu. Chicago equals 37 is sickness that equals 99-27. The Bulls equals 99-27. Not even the sickness could stop the invincible Michael Jordan. The sickness could not stop the Bulls dynasty. Robert Parrish was the only acquisition for the Chicago Bulls. He won championships with the Celtics during the 80s. Robert Parrish equals 68. Championship equals 68. It's Robert that equals 33. It's the Jazz that equals 33. It's this three-peat championship that was occurring against the Utah Jazz on two separate occasions. Going back to the flu game, the Jazz lost 18 regular season games. It's Jazz that equals 18. It's three-peat that equals 18. It's MJ's flu that occurred scripted fashion against the Jazz in this NBA Finals. It was rumored that may have been caused by food poisoning. Food poisoning caused this Michael Jordan sickness. It may have been caused by food poisoning, likely caused by a pizza that he ordered the prior night. It's pizza that equals 33. It's the Jazz that equals 33. It's Jordan's flu that occurred over at Salt Lake City. That equals 39 as well. Game 5 of that NBA Finals was over at Salt Lake City. That was the flu game. The Bulls scored 23 points in the fourth quarter to win. The Bulls had a 10-0 run. They were down by 8 points beginning in the fourth quarter. The Bulls came back to win that game. Jordan avenged the flu in this NBA Finals. The Utah Jazz lead was at 8 points. They had 77 points at that time. They ended the year with 77 wins. It's once again, it's food poisoning that equals 77. And they're trying to win that game as a result of Jordan's sickness, to win their 78th game as a result of that pizza that he had the prior night. The Bulls had 69 points before they went on that 10-0 run. So before the Bulls came back, Utah was up 77-69. The occultic significance of 69 is that it's the mark of the beast that equals 69 in gematria. And then the Bulls' run in the fourth quarter occurred. The Jazz were 31-4 after the All-Star break. It's the greatest of all time that won this NBA Finals during the Bulls' 31st season in existence. First round, they faced off against the LA Clippers. Clippers equals 98-44. It's repeat. The repeat. That equals 98-44 in gematria. The flu game equals 98-44. That was really what allowed Michael Jordan and the Bulls to win the repeat. That nothing was going to stop Michael Jordan, not even the flu. Repeat. Flu game equals 65-29. The flu was the main storyline of the postseason for the Chicago Bulls. The Bulls 69 wins. Then that's 72, that's 76, that's 80. The Bulls won their 83rd game to win the flu game. It was actually food poisoning. MJ's food poisoning equals 83. And there you have it. The Bulls' 83rd win that season occurred after MJ's food poisoning. So a lot of myths perpetuated by this game that it was the flu, when in actuality it was food poisoning. They exaggerated Michael Jordan's sickness. The flu game, Michael Jordan, the invincible Bulls, nothing was going to stop him.